Hi, I'm Sheila Kehuha of Nyakeo's Bake Spot. I've been baking for 5 years and welcome to Meet the HR.
Amazing, amazing, guys. We're right here with Sheila, and I have these amazing delicacies, and they're just smelling nice. Just being here, you can tell that this is the home of a baker. Now, let's just get started. Sheila,
Yes.
why baking?
Well, I love cakes. So the passion initially was I love eating cakes, but over time I developed the passion to bake, and it grew to become something that I could have an income from. And over time, skills progressed.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Amazing.
Yes.
Let's track back kidogo to when you were in school. Was it always your dream to become a baker, or is it something that you picked along the way? And if not baking, what else was there for you?
So I went to school for social work.
Yeah.
So I have a diploma in social work and community development. But after a while, searching for a job, nothing was panning out.
Yeah.
That's when baking started. That was in 2017.
2017.
So it's not something that I dreamed of doing.
Yeah.
But it just came naturally. The gift came naturally, and I just went on from there. Yeah.
So it started back in 2017. Take us through the process of how you started baking. You know, for someone to get to a point of, or let's say, perfecting their art, making it more beautiful, you have to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
So take us through your journey. How was it?
So when I started baking, at that moment I was employed. So it was just a hobby. I saw a friend, she was posting this nice, cakes, banana bread, and I got interested. So I asked her to send me a recipe, and she did, and I tried it. The first time I tried it, it came out so good. I think I baked that recipe for 2 months straight.
Wow.
People kept eating it at home 2 months straight. It was really amazing. So it went on as a hobby. 2018, mid-2018, that's when now I didn't have a job.
Yeah.
So it transitioned from a hobby into something that I could do for business. But it got serious for business in 2020. I think things got serious for a lot of people in 2020.
Yeah, a lot happened.
Yeah, so that's when I became serious with it as a business, and up until now. Yeah.
You know, it's amazing how you've talked about it was your first time trying that particular recipe and it came out good.
It did.
Many a times we try out different things. You have to try, you fail, you do it wrong, it wrong, you give up, it's always the same cycle. But for you it was different. You tried it the first time, it went and you knew like this is for me.
Yes.
And how did those closest to you react? You know, sometimes we can't help it, but our parents have those big dreams for us.
Very true.
So if you decide to take a different route, kidogo, they feel, I don't want you to go down that road. How was it for you?
It took a minute. By a minute, I mean a couple.
That's convincing.
Yeah, it did. But it's something that they have supported me with over time, and they accepted it.
Yeah.
And they realized it's something I also love. So they've really eaten most of my bad cakes when I was starting out. And they've helped me get to where I am. So it didn't start out smooth.
Yeah.
But it's something that they came to be accustomed to over time. Yeah.
Wow. And they understood your passion.
They did. Yeah.
You know, most of the times we find ourselves losing ourselves and forgetting our passions because parents are so against it.
Yeah.
But if you can get to a position whereby wewe na mzazi mnakubaliana, like, this is for me.
The support it goes a long way.
Very. That is amazing.
Yeah.
And when it comes to training, is there any special training you went through, or it's just the recipes that you pick online, or like learning from friends?
I always say my training comes from God, honestly.
Wow.
I didn't go to school for this. I started going on YouTube, watching tutorials, trying out recipes.
Yeah.
Most of them were not so good. So I got to a point where I had to formulate my own recipe, and that took a lot of practice.
Yeah.
So I haven't gone to school for this. I just watched and learned and put it to work. And over time, ikakuwa nzuri. I'm still learning. I'm still adjusting my recipes every day. Someone that ate my cake last year and eating it right now, they would definitely, there's a difference. So I just keep learning every day. I didn't go to school, but I learn every day up until this moment. Yeah.
Amazing. You know, I've had, I think, your cake a couple of times. I don't know if I probably don't know that, but I have had your cake. And there's just something special about it. And then now, it was going to bring me to my next question. Like, is it necessary for each and every baker to have like a signature taste for their cake so that they can be unique to the rest? Because I think your cake, having it was different from all the other cakes I've had before. And even coming here, just this cake, the aroma itself tells you this is very good. So do you have to have a special recipe as a baker for you to stand out?
I'd say yes. You need to find what works for you. So if you hear from another baker, they'll tell you they use a different procedure from the one that I do. There are things that are similar, but the procedure is always different. The quantity of the ingredients is different. So I think someone has to have a signature recipe and that way they make their cakes and pastries that makes them stand out. So for me, when someone asks me what I'm good at, there are clients who want white forest and black forest. I have not majored on that. I like to expose people to different recipes from what they find, say, in the supermarket. So I have flavors that I have majored on, and I can tell someone, try this out. I'm sure you haven't eaten this one before, and it ends up being really unique to them. So every baker, the signature recipe or taste is really important.
Okay. You've talked about clients coming in and making cakes for them, having them try out different things. Can you share with us an experience whereby you made cake and it didn't come out as expected, and probably the client was expecting something different, and how you handled it?
Well, they never came back.
They felt disappointed.
You always know when you disappoint a client because they don't come back or they don't respond.
They don't give feedback.
They don't give the feedback. So I have, it wasn't the taste, because before I started doing it for business, I perfected on the taste. So it was the decoration that got me. They didn't love it. Also at the time I was using a different recipe for my buttercream. The cream inakwanga juu ya keki. And it melted when I was delivering.
That's bad.
So all the nice roses I had put at the top, by the time the cake got to the client, it was all flat. So there was nothing I could do. So there have been 1, 2, 3 times things didn't go as expected, but that's how we learn. So from that experience, I stopped using that recipe, found a better one. But there are clients who understand that, you know, accidents happen sometimes. Mambo inakuwa kidogo ijenda vizuri. They become understanding and they come back. But I think it's part of the growth. You mess up,
you learn
some
from
come
it.
back, some don't, but you learn in the process.
Some bring you referrals.
Exactly.
And the process keeps going on. Amazing. So even if you have failed, doesn't mean you stop there. You have to keep going.
No. And as a baker or anyone in the in any kind of business, you have to be willing to, you know, be receptive to critique. Ukiambiwa hii hapa haikwenda vizuri, don't take it personal. Take it as a learning process and say, okay, I will correct on that. And then you grow as you move forward.
That's very true. You know, many times you say that when you're working on something or when you're working towards something, you need to have that learner's mentality for you to become good. Otherwise, if you have that I'm a pro mentality, you won't be open to learning. You won't take the positive criticism. Well, I am curious. What does your day look like as a baker? Let's say you've gotten an order from somewhere. Describe to us a day in your life as a baker.
So I start my day with writing down every order that I have. And then I go on to bake them all at the same time, knowing each client what they want. Not to mix up the flavors. Usipeleke ule client chocolate.
Na alikuwa anataka kitu ingine.
Alikuwa anataka something different. So I just write everything down, bake all of them, and then I go on to decorate. If I have any deliveries for the day, I do that before I decorate. So normally when I'm baking on that particular day, the deliveries are always for following day. So if I have any deliveries for say today, I will deliver those in the morning, then come bake the cakes that I'm needed to bake for the following day, decorate. By the time I hit 6, 7 Jioni, I'm done. And then the next day comes and I deliver the orders. Or rather the clients pick whichever way they prefer it, but if I deliver, there's always a fee
for the delivery.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. So according to you, what do you think makes a good baker?
I'd say someone that is devoted and willing to learn every day, and also open to knowing different techniques and how everything, because techniques are changing every day. So you have to be up to date with what is trending. You also have to be very invested in knowing what people like, because, and you need to hear those critics when someone corrects you on something. As a good baker, you need to be able to receive that and say, okay, so how can I do better? How can I correct this? So you have to be attentive to detail from your clients, from the trending out there on social media. Just know what is going on and just keep growing. Be open to growing every time.
You've mentioned social media, and I've had it a couple of times, and it has really affected so many people in different careers. And we would really like to know how you use social media so that you can make your work good. But before we get to that bit on social media and how it affects your work, let's get to know, do you require any certification for you to be a baker? For you, like an example is you've not had the chance to go to school. It is a passion that you worked on through YouTube and apprenticeship, and you got to learn. So do you require any certification?
You do, especially when you're opening up a bakery or something like that. You need licenses for that. But I'd say for a home baker like me, necessarily no. Because most of the home bakers, they've learned this online. It's something they have developed over time. So unless you are going out there in an environment or a space where you need certification to run your business, I'd say it depends with where you are.
So it's all dependent on where you are.
Yes.
Okay, amazing guys. I hope you're following through with this conversation right here. We are learning so much about baking, and again, it's always important for you to understand what your passion is and work towards it. Imagine not learning this from school, but getting to a point of perfection, because I can tell you these cakes are absolutely amazing. So we're going to take a quick breather right here at Meet the HR, but don't go too far. We'll be coming back with more, so stick around.